plate was Mom's Spaghetti.
How do you even fit that on a license plate?
I just said it that way because I knew you'd get upset if I gave the actual spelling.
I'm guessing
it's a license plate.
Yeah, but you don't like when things are spelled stupid for license plates. We had this conversation.
Well, not if you spell them, like, wrong, I guess, but...
Yeah, it's got to be wrong to, like, fit.
Well, it's got to be contracted. Like, what was it?
MOMSSPGH?
So you can change, like, the one to however many dice you have.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if it was, like, MMS...
Can we just talk about how I was in Shadyland instead of how the license plate worked, and how it's funny that Mom's Spaghetti is still relevant?
Sure.
It will always be relevant.
Casey, do you know what the reference is?
Yeah, it was like a parody of...
Nope.
No, it's not even
like a
parody.
voiceover or...
No.
Nope.
Actual line.
Did they just put subs on it?
It's the actual line from one of his songs.
He looks strong and
there's
ready,
vomit
but
on
keeps
his
forgetting.
Yeah, there's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti.
He's nervous.
So loud.
He threw up his mom's spaghetti onto his sweater because he's so nervous about trying to rap.
Eminem.
Okay. Yeah, no, I knew it was Eminem.
I wasn't sure.
Casey, we're gonna watch 8 Mile sometime, and everything's gonna make sense.
It's on Netflix now.
Don't do it, Casey. It's a trap.
Whoa, okay. 8 Mile is actually a pretty good movie, honestly.
No idea. Haven't seen it.
Oh well, I would recommend it. It's a good movie.
All right. Now that's 7:06.
I mean, this is early.
I honestly try to wrangle this group, I swear.
Karnis, I actually changed what I was putting on our videos to say that we start at 7:15 rather than 7:05, which is what I used to put.
Tasty and I were here early.
Yeah, we've been here since.
Tasty was here before me.
And then I was here after you, but still before the 7.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hashtag team right side.
That was my hashtag. Yours is better. Oh, that's our countdown.
Good evening, and welcome to the music of the night. My name is Karnis, and I'll be your storyteller this evening. And as you might see, we have a new face joining us again, and flicking me off. So tonight I have with me our usual crew plus 1, starting with
kcstranger playing Petra Schweinsteiger.
Ice 9 playing Maya Barkley.
Tastymusic playing Scott Elwell.
Leshok playing Caleb McCormick.
So yeah, we've added a Caleb, a extremely large hobo. Anyways,
we do need a large person again.
Last time technically we did Tasty's episode 0, but before that, our group spent some time
naked.
Spent some time together naked, which was awkward, I'm sure, for Petra.
Why are you just singling me out?
Because I was about to say, Scott and Maya don't care.
You guys literally wouldn't care at all?
I mean...
He's woken up in that situation before.
Fascinating. Okay.
Maya's like, look at all the things.
I suppose...
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
Look at my collection.
I suppose I cared the most.
The girl who's fucked, everything.
Anyways,
in the best kind of way.
Guys, it's Gizmos makes it so funny.
I've had penis and titties aplenty. I've had dildos and cock rings galore. Strap-ons?
I've got
plenty.
All right.
But who cares?
A
want more.
interesting individual that was mistaken for the Queen of Air and Darkness came in, decided to mark Scott in an interesting way.
She bit me.
Then you guys got out thanks to some quick thinking on Petra's part, giving you sort of angelic guidance out of the area and the surrounding maze of curtains. I did literally call her the Queen of Darkness, Air and Darkness, because that's what you guys thought. It was your characters mistaking her for that. Anyways, yeah, you guys came out to a small fountain, decided to help the individual who was frozen on top of it, got out through the water somehow.
Got blood crazy.
Nobody's entirely sure of how that happened, really, except Petra. And yeah, Maya got hit with a dart or something in the neck on the way out by some other fairy-type looking woman. And then you all ended up in a bathroom. The bathroom door opened, and there stood a familiar face in a pink terry cloth bathrobe. One brother Boris.
I'm also carrying my childhood friend.
Yes. And Scott also picked up a strange woman that none of you talked about. His childhood friend Samantha.
I was otherwise occupied.
Excuse me. So, we're going to roll back the clock a little bit. Back to probably the previous day or two. A large figure in a dirty raincoat. I presume long unkept hair, but I don't know for sure.
No, it's short, but
Okay.
also unkept. I mean, I'm wearing a hat, so you can't really see it.
You
But
cut your hair with scissors this time.
not really. It just got some of it got burned last time. It's just a thing.
How to get burned, Leshok? How to get burned?
Well, I didn't duck in time, or I ducked behind cover that wasn't sufficiently tall, and there was fire.
Anyways. So we see this figure moving towards a plot of land dominated by a large, ornate-looking, sort of turn-of-the-century style. You could call it a house, but it's much, much bigger than most houses. Caleb, you walk up.
Manor.
More of a manor house. It's large. You walk up to the front door. No, you don't. You walk up to a side door and do sort of a quick, hard knock on the front door. Oh, side door, sorry.
Whatever door.
There's a couple of moments, and the door opens. There's a older gentleman, balding, white hair, in a nice, pristine suit, who opens the door and sort of stares at you for a moment, closes the door in your face.
Pump, 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 pump.
You knock again. There's no answer for a moment. Then the door opens again, and there's a mid-20-somethings young woman, slightly curly, wavy, dark hair, dressed in a black dress, and she throws open the door and says, "Oh, you've arrived. Good. Come on in. Sorry about Jarvis. He's a bit crotchety."
I immediately just pull out from behind my back this large stuffed elephant and just like put her with this big, awful, cheesy grin.
She stares at it for a second, takes it. Oh, thank you, Caleb. You didn't have to.
Oh, you know I do. Every time, little one. And I ruffle her hair.
Yep, that's about five. She attempts to sort of like move out of the way, but she's a little slow on her feet, which is odd. And you just sort of ruffle her hair, and she glares at you for a moment, and then sort of just like flicks a finger, and it goes back into shape. Please come in. As I said, we have some things to discuss.
Yeah, business.
She leads you up to a staircase, heads up into what you would identify as a bedroom if it weren't for the giant table with the map of Northeastern Ohio in the middle of it that has little war figurines and stuff spread across it, as well as some weird lines and other mystic mumbo-jumbo that you could probably figure out what it was if you really wanted to, but at the same time you're not familiar with it.
Fine.
She leans against the table and... can I get you something to drink, or perhaps something to eat?
Yeah. What you got?
She sort of chuckles. I mean, pretty much anything outside of, requesting something bizarre.
Now, how am I supposed to know what's bizarre?
I tell you what, she
Fried chicken and a root beer float.
She picks up a phone, dials a number. Yes, could you bring up a Caesar salad and fried chicken? And a root beer float as well, please. A glass of the Merlot for me, please. Hangs up. She just sort of eyes you half, just sort of grinning a little bit and shaking her head. So, we have a situation. I think there's another coven in town.
This ain't gonna be like that time with the fairies, is it?
It's going to be worse, I think, to be honest. They broke the circle.
Oh! I smack myself in the forehead. I pull off my backpack and I reach in. I put Jacob up on the table.
She slides a little further down the table. You're still carrying that thing around?
Gonna teach him. He's getting there. Jacob, take notes.
Jacob looks over towards you. Looks over towards Vi. Yes, Caleb, I will take notes. As I was saying... How do I play? I'm trying to even decide what she would do. Okay, no.
She's seen it before.
She's seen
for
it
several
before.
Years now.
I know. As I was saying, she gives a sidelong glance over to the head of Jacob sitting on the table. Back over towards you. They broke the circle down. It's back up, but I would like to make some modifications.
So, how can I help?
Not why I called you here. I need someone that can take care of, well, people like me.
Are they consorting?
I can only imagine. They seem to be working with the Fae and some particularly nasty creatures. They've abducted 6 children already, just in the couple of days the circle was down.
Abducting children. Okay. Need to be clean or can they be messy? Messy's just easier.
I would prefer it were clean, but I understand things get messy. She glances over at a wheelchair that happens to be sitting in the corner. Anyways, she pulls out a piece of paper, writes down something, and hands it to you. There's a group of individuals that should be able to help out. They're should be at this address, and if they aren't, you should be able to get a hold of somebody that can get a hold of them from there. Do you need a ride, or can you get there yourself?
I should be able to get there.
All right, it's about 15 miles to the southeast.
Oh, good. Only 15 miles, so I can definitely.
Thank you again, Caleb. It's a relief to know you're here.
I'm always around when you need me.
I just mean that...
I look around the room to see any of the other stuffed animals I've brought her, to see if there are any in here.
You didn't notice any at first, but as you sort of... No, you know what? Let's make this the first roll of the night.
Oh, baby.
What do you want me to roll? We're going to roll. This is going to be wits. Investigation.
Wits investigation. Okay. Well, I'm good at those.
As you sort of look around the room, as she's talking and you're listening, and Jacob is taking notes, you begin to pick out individual animals here and there. Some of them are older, and some of them are a little bit newer. But they all, she's taken them and found places for them within the room so they don't look out of place, but at the same time they're still there.
Okay. No, I was just curious if she was actually keeping them or not.
She does. You don't see all of them, but you do see a large number. So
that's good enough for me. That makes me happy.
All right. You head off and head towards the address. I presume you pick up Jacob.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah. Should I have to roll to whether or not my car starts?
Yes, I would think so. So that's going to be a luck roll. What is luck? Let's say you have crafts, right?
Yeah. Bare minimum.
Okay. Give me a dexterity crafts roll.
Okay.
1 success. Okay?
Oh.
High or low?
High.
Yes. It starts.
It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Alright, I get in my little
Cracer Sebring.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's better than what I had in mind. Loud sputtering and puttering and black smoke coming out the back as I drive the thing off to the address in question.
Yep. You give the address to Jacob, and he starts writing, sort of telling you where to turn.
Oh, good. I'd
All
get
right.
lost otherwise.
Yeah. So we see this old rusty Sebring drive off into the sunset, and then we return to a nice crystal clean white tile bathroom, and the rest of our group. Petra, why are you in my bathroom, and why are you naked?
So I'm going to complete the motion that I was beginning to grab a towel.
Yes.
And say, it's a long story. I look down at the others. Can we borrow something?
Oh, Of course. Give me a moment. He rushes off to
point
another room.
At the robe and ask for one of those.
He comes back with another robe, a little bit more threadbare and worn, and he also comes back with a couple of blankets and hands the blankets to you, Scott, and Petra, and a robe to Maya since she asked for one.
It looks comfy. That's all.
I tuck the robe around the blanket around my waist,
Self?
and then I wrap Sam up and then cradle her. And, is there somewhere I can put her?
Yes, of course. There's also another young man, sort of like on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Jan.
Oh, I thought he was able to help himself at least a little bit at this point. Is he still lying there?
Well, yeah, no, but you guys had sort of like stumbled through the, and so he's probably sitting up and like covering himself a little bit with a blanket.
Okay, sure. I mean, I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna sort of ask, like, can we go down to the living room or something?
Boris sort of gestures out into a room in the middle or down a hallway and waves at you, Scott. Putting her in here. He walks over to what looks to be a spare bedroom and pulls the covers down, and you lay Sam down in the bed. He covers her up.
Mm-hmm. Brush the hair out of her face and head out for a little bit.
He looks at you for a second, looks you up and down. I think I have something that will fit you. The others I will have to improvise.
Hey.
Oh, yeah,
Do you have a pen and paper as well, or?
Yes, if you head down the hallway, there is the living room, and off to the right is a small kitchenette. There should be paper there.
Thanks, sir.
Of course.
Boris, I promise I'll explain, but thanks for being a sport.
These things happen. I understand.
They happen?
We've all had a wild night before.
That's true.
He heads off to bedroom again. You presume in search of clothing. You all go out into a small living area. Looks like this is a small upper floor apartment. There's a kitchenette in the far right corner of the room, as well as a small TV, several bookshelves, a fireplace, one of those Bowflex machines over in the corner.
Word.
Fuck. Wallet and phone. Shit.
Yeah.
Actually, that's kind of a good point. I glance around. Is there something that we can use quickly to like cancel cards and stuff like that?
Yeah, there's a phone.
I mean, we also have to like look up numbers and stuff. Is there a
Why
computer?
don't we just
there
call
is a
the
laptop.
sanctuary first? Well, I can call the sanctuary if I can borrow the phone.
I sort of look at her. How much luck do you think we're gonna have there?
That's always the first thing you do. When I'm sure they have IDs and wallets left at the bar all the time.
Most
Are
bars
you
do.
sure you want to go back and get them if they say yes?
I'd like
Yes.
to find Nadia again and ask her.
He's got a point.
I proceed. I'm gonna just cancel all my stuff. You guys do what you want.
Okay, fine.
Maya, make
Don't mention me, whatever you do.
Make
Okay.
me an intelligence roll to see if you can remember the number.
Can't I look it up on the computer?
Oh, you could do that, yeah.
Yeah, that was my plan.
Okay. A couple minutes later, Boris comes out. Scott, he tosses you a pair of jeans and a tank top. He has sweats for the girls. They're big, but like they have drawstrings and stuff, so you can like tighten them down.
Or
Comfy.
Which is why that's what he chose. So Maya, Petra, you cancel cards and whatnot. Maya, you call Sanctuary.
Yes.
So you make the call. It rings through 5, 6, 7 times. No answer.
I'm still gonna call later once I think someone might be there, but I guess I'll at least cancel my credit card.
Right, yeah. So you, as this is happening, you look over at the range, and there's a clock on the range, and it's about like 9 a.m.
I figure I'll cancel my credit card and call back at like 3 or something.
Okay. You all cancel things you want to cancel.
I mean, basically anything that I lost.
So, what exactly happened? I presume you did not get drunk and steal your way into my bathroom.
Well, half of that is right.
Step 1, get drunk. Step 5,
Actually,
bathroom.
I look over at Scott. For me, step 1 wasn't even getting drunk.
Oh?
We made an acquaintance. Girl by the name of
Nadia you spoke of?
Yes, I did mention her to you. Or at least I mentioned her to my dad. You talked?
No, I was just
Scott just mentioned.
Just down the hall.
Oh.
I have good ears.
Fair enough. Anyways, and I think for a moment, do you want the short version or the long version?
Perhaps the short version for now, but the long version sounds interesting.
The short version is we had something of a running in with, pretty sure, the Queen of the Winter Fae.
Boy,
Yeah.
moi! Are you serious?
She bit me.
Apparently she's got a favorite park.
Am I still bloody?
Oh, are you still fascinated?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, that has worn off. A favorite park? You mean in the area?
Yeah, I forget the name of the park, but I mentioned that.
Rogue's Hollow?
No, it's somewhere else, isn't it?
None of them should be able to come here. I had it on good authority. This area was free of such creatures.
At least temporarily, that wasn't true.
I see.
Somebody messed with the magic, if you will.
Or something.
Or something. Anyways, she was here. We were, so what? Me, Maya, he's met Luca. Has he met Luca?
Yes.
Okay.
Luca came to the church and stuff, and he just kind of stayed back a little.
Yeah. And Luca were at the park, and, well, a bunch of people got frozen, blah, blah, blah. Suffice to say, the Winter Queen unfroze a bunch of us, handed us this girl Nadia, and told us to find her father, whose name you might... And I look over at Boris. Have you talked to my father?
Not in several days. Perhaps 2 days ago.
Okay, I sent him some information, and I thought he might contact you. Anyway, I can go over that later. Anyways, the Winter Queen told us to look for the father of this girl, Nadia, whose name is Anton. I believe some sort of adoptive father, rather than biological. Well, I pause. Maybe I shouldn't assume that. Anyways, one of the leads that we had was that this girl Nadia worked at a bar called Sanctuary, sort of a hidden place down by the university. Is that right?
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
Down by the university, and so we went there to check it out. And turns out that if I don't miss my guess, she's some sort of probably half fae herself, and has some sort of magic, and induced us to have something of a wild night. And anyways, we got out of there, but it ended up with us not having our clothes or our things, and picking up a couple others.
What fools these mortals be, right?
Scott just waves. Yes.
Oh, and this is Scott. He was there too.
Scott. He reaches out his hand and shakes yours firmly.
Scott shins and shakes it as well.
It's a good, strong grip. He's probably somewhere between early 40s, mid 50s. It's hard to tell. Shaved pate, sort of a small stubble on his chin, but that's about it. Broad across the shoulders, not as tall as you, but very thick and heavily muscled.
Mm-hmm.
I stop and think for a second and go, wait, Boris, why did we end up in your bathroom?
That I cannot say. How did you escape wherever it was you were?
Wait, so you're not saying this is something that's happened to you before?
Not as far as I remember, no.
Okay, just checking.
I feel like I would remember in young people showing up naked in my bathroom.
Or waking up naked in a bed of young people.
Right. Anyways,
Oh yeah, not your profession. Sorry.
The other one, is Jan there? Or is he somewhere else? Where is he?
Yeah, he probably is
Keep
sort
him
of just
close.
like sitting down, leaning against the wall or something.
Okay. I sort of gesture, like, sort of with a small gesture, I indicate Jan. And I say, we found him at the place where he woke up. He was under some kind of magical restraint, and I undid it by sanctifying the pedestal that he was held on. Turns out it did something to the water of the fountain as well.
Interesting. The sanctification of the Blessed Virgin, da?
That's the one.
I
Da.
had figured.
Scott elbows my. It brought us to another one.
Well, if you'd like, I can take the young man and the young woman down to the church. I'm sure that we can find a place for them to stay for the couple of evenings until they get back on their feet.
I think it'd be better if Sam, that's her name, stayed at my place if that's all right.
Oh, you know her?
Friend from when I was. Scott makes a little down before.
Of course. I thought perhaps they were simply innocents you had rescued.
Well, I look over at Jan, and I say, Jan, we haven't heard from you much. I don't want to force you, but do you have a story that you think should be shared?
He looks up at you. 9. I do not wish to talk about it, at least not yet. It is somewhat of a shame, a stain on my honor.
Take your time then, or don't tell at all. Your choice.
Okay, well,
Okay.
Scott just salutes him a little bit.
I'll just say that if you need a place to shelter yourself, you're not going to find much better than this offer.
He looks over towards Boris and says something in Russian. Boris sort of raises an eyebrow and says something back, and they converse back and forth for a couple of minutes, and Jan nods, stands sort of leaning against the wall. If you do not mind, I will stay with Brother Boris here, and I'm going to take some time and sleep, because I have not done that in quite a while. He walks over to the couch and just sort of lays down. Boris sort of looks over at him for a long second and looks back to you three. Nods. Interesting.
I raise an eyebrow but don't say anything.
He looks back over and just puts a finger to his lips. He begins to sort of go about and like prepare tea and stuff. Say whatever you want. He's just sort of busy himself making.
Where's Boris's house in relation to like where my apartment is? Where
you don't know.
I'm asking Petra and Maya.
Oh, okay.
Boris is further north towards Cleveland,
We're kind of
right?
far, yeah.
Yes, Boris is in
Well, that's close
Cleveland.
to Scott, actually.
Oh, you're in Cleveland?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I work in Cleveland. But
yeah, his church is in Cleveland.
Okay. Oh, actually, would I know where Boris's apartment is? Exactly.
Not his apartment. No.
Okay. Church he's associated with is in Cleveland. I'm not sure how far we are from that. But
Boris
probably not further than the suburbs.
Boris looks over, points out at a window.
Okay, not very far.
Approximately 3 blocks. Means I don't have to have a car.
Not to be a bother, but could I call a taxi if that's all right? I no cash on me right now. Coming out of the mirrors naked. I can pay you back. Just.
You are asking me if I can pay for a taxi for you.
If that's all right.
Of course.
Okay.
I will not call a taxi. I will call a friend, but if that's all right with you.
That's fine.
Before we do that, Boris, I know that I abridged the story quite a bit. Happy to fill that in for you. That being said, there was one other thing I wanted to mention to you. I told my father about it already, and that's why I thought you might have spoken to him, but no time like the present, I guess. And I fill him in on the information that I found at the library, as well as the connection to his church.
Okay. He thinks for a moment. That would have been before my time, but I can look into the church records for you.
That would be appreciated. Some very interesting loose ends there.
I'm concerned, but given what I know of my homeland, the Fae and the church are not always as separate as I would like.
Anyways, you may want to call my dad too. I don't know if he found anything yet.
I will give him a call. But first, he hands out a couple of plates with eggs and bacon and hands you guys some tea.
That moment, I realize how desperately hungry I am.
Go sit
and
eat.
And have food almost in my mouth by the time I say thanks.
I'm gonna take the meal and where Sam is and eat there for a bit. Just checking on her, making sure she's okay.
All right, she's sleeping, breathing calmly and evenly.
Same as before when I found her.
Less deep, more regular.
Okay.
I might
yes.
just peek around to the door Scott is in and say, "Everything okay?"
Fine. Just not used to seeing people I know in this situation.
It's unfortunate the first time it happens, huh?
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you need someone, I'm here. I don't want to get in the way of your thing, but I just want to make sure that you're all right.
No worries. I just want to get her back to, at least to my place, and then,
yeah,
that can all just be a bad dream for her.
If you need any help, let me know.
Gives a thumbs up.
I kind of give him his space.
As Maya walks back to check on Scott, Petra, you see, you hear the gentle snoring coming from over by the couch, and Boris sort of like walks over and gently lifts the blanket a little bit, looks at something on Jan's arm, gently lays it back down, walks over, sits down, begins to eat breakfast, sips on some tea. That young man is... well, he's something I did not think existed anymore.
What's that?
A paladin.
As in, like...
A holy warrior? A knight employed by the church? Yes. I confirmed it. There is a tattoo on his arm. I thought the order was shut down back in the 30s. At least that's what the Pope told the Orthodox Church.
I think about it for a moment. So, I probably know less about Fey magic than you do, but could he have been there for a very, very long time?
I do not know as much as you seem to give me credit for, but if what I've heard, stories my father would tell me in the night, which of course I always considered to be simply nothing but that, stories, but you know this Rip Van Winkle?
Yes.
He's an American legend, right?
I think so.
We have similar stories in Russia. It seems that when you walk between worlds, sometimes time vanishes. That said, it would also not surprise me to learn that the Pope had hidden some of his holy warriors for just such a special occasion.
Ultimately, we really don't know, but...
He did not say much, simply informed me of who he was, his order. Aside from that, yes, we can only speculate. He did not seem shocked by the laptop, right?
It's a fair point. I think back. Is this a cord?
Yeah, no, he's been kind of out of it, but he hasn't seemed shocked by any of his surroundings. And you guys have been, flashing around phones, and there's a laptop, there's a TV that probably would look way different than a TV if you were born in the 30s.
Sure. Good point. Probably not there that long then, at least.
Probably for a while, though, given his state.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it would only take a few days like that for it to get pretty excruciating, but his words would indicate somewhat longer, at least.
His aura indicates that he is going to have a rough couple of months.
I look at Boris slightly differently and then nod. Do I know anything about that, by the way?
About auras?
About aura reading? I mean, because I know from Vampire from before.
You probably know, the very generic details.
Okay. The generic details. I love it. Alright, cool.
Sorry. The generic understanding
Facts.
of what it is, how it works.
Just giving you crap. Don't worry about it.
So you all finish up breakfast. Boris makes a call. A couple minutes later, there's a knock at the door. There's a young man, probably 18, 19. Boris says something to him in Russian. He nods, looks at you all and says, "Shall we go then? Where would you like me to take you?"
He here for Scott? Is Scott there?
What?
Oh, so
The driver.
a driver's here for you, Scott.
Okay.
If you're leaving.
Yeah, he finishes up his food, picks up Salmon. Make sure she's okay.
Yep. Boris looks at the two of you. Will you be going with Scott, correct? Will you be going as well?
Maya and I need to get a bit further, I think. Scott, I look over at Scott. You know somebody who has a spare key or something for you?
I'm just gonna bang on the door to my landlord till he opens up.
All right.
Also, my neighbor might have something, but we'll see.
Okay. I look over at the driver and I say, he's pretty local. The two of us have got to go down to Akron. Are you up for that?
Yeah, of course. That's no problem.
Oh, well, thanks then. I'd be happy to come along. Boris, thanks again for hosting us.
Of course. He wraps you in a big hug, gives you a kiss on the cheek, walks over to Maya. Same. Scott, he walks up to you, clamps a bear paw on your shoulder. Take care of yourself, son, and make sure she's taken care of, will you?
I will.
Good luck. You all seem like you need it. I'll be praying for you. Go with God.
Thank you.
And you all follow.
I introduced myself to the driver, by the way.
He introduces himself as Saban. Takes you downstairs. Heads off towards Scott's apartment, if Scott gives him the address.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Takes you about 20 minutes or so to get over there with traffic.
You just wait like 10 minutes. I'm going to see if I can work a little magic. And I'm going to try to I want to go up to my room and see if there's like a window that's like unlocked or something. If I had done that. I could shimmy open.
I'd presume you live in a building.
Mm-hmm.
Would Scott live on like a higher floor or a lower floor?
I mean, I think he'd live on like the second floor, maybe the first floor.
Really? Okay.
Not something really crazy because I'm also assuming because Lone Arrow was able to get in with minimal trouble as well. So he's just like, yeah, I could probably do it too.
Who's to say Lone Arrow didn't walk in the front door? All right.
How he's thinking.
I'd imagined you on a higher floor than that. Okay.
Just second floor, we'd say.
All right. So you walk around the outside of the building. Make me a wits academics roll to try to approximate where your apartment is.
What? Oh, damn it. I didn't hit the slash. Fucking up hard.
Wait.
4.
I was like, how do we go from?
You only have one. Oh, there we go. Okay.
That's how you go from 4 to 1.
Wow! First roll of the night, and it's.
You find what you are pretty sure is your place. And actually, there's about a 2.5 inch crack, on your bathroom door, or bathroom window. I mean, sorry.
That's what he gets for a fail.
On the second floor?
On the second floor, yeah.
Okay. Well, I knock and see if I can open it up. If it's like a crack in it's in the window, right?
Yeah. How do you knock?
Oh.
This is on the second floor.
I jimmy it open and
You're gonna have to climb.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Okie dokie.
Okay.
At least he has
Make me
on.
strength athletics -2.
This. Boop. Nope. And the boop.
All right, you find some handholds, start to climb up, put a foot onto a window ledge, push yourself up, grab hold of a couple of jutting bricks, pull yourself up to the next handhold that leads you to be able to reach into the window and grab hold and pull yourself up. As you put your hand through, you can feel sort of some warm steam sort of passing over your fingers. And you pull yourself up as a older man is stepping out of a shower.
That's funny.
And staring straight
That's
at
why
you.
It's a fail.
Okay. So, long story short, I got locked out of my apartment. I need to get back in. Lost my keys.
He make me a presence persuasion -4.
Because you're in the man's bathroom window.
Oh man, how much power do I have left? Ha. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I used the
He
on that.
reaches up, pulls on a robe, sort of like shrugs himself into it grumpily, walks over, lifts the window. What the hell you think you're doing?
Well, lost my keys and just...
Shut up. Just grabs hold of you and sort of like tugs and helps you in.
Thank you.
Walks out. Fucking drug addicts. Walks over to a couch, sits down. Make sure you don't take anything on the way out.
No worries, I live just over.
Yeah,
stop.
sure you do. He sort of watches you as you walk to the door.
I walk to the door, open it, close it, and walk over to my place.
Yep, there's a Western on in the TV as you pass by.
Hey, I like
Walk
that.
out, close the door, hear something about grumbling and blah blah. Yeah. Anyways, so you look around inside and realize you're on the wrong face of the building. You had the right number, but you're on the south side and not the east side of the building. So you head over towards your apartment, walk up, door's locked.
Is there a fire escape by my window or on the outside?
Not that you can remember. There is a not hydrant, sorry. A fire extinguisher in one of those break glass if fire things, like right around the corner.
Okay, I go to the fire extinguisher, I pull it out, I go to my door, and I just try to bust it open.
Okay, it's not a thing you open. You have to break the glass, which will set off an alarm.
No, I just go to my door and just try to kick it down.
Okay, make me strength athletics.
Fucking bullshit. This stage. Fucking bullshit!
Yeah, you kicked your own door in.
Bullshit!
There's a crack, and as you deliver a swift kick to the door, and the door swings open. How fast do you step inside?
I step inside right away, and I look for my spare key.
All right.
Since the door can close now.
You have a spare key. Like, I'm not gonna fight you on that. You grab it. As you walk back out, there are several doors opening and sort of like people peeking out at you.
Lost my key.
Most of them close their doors.
I go back and I open the door and I head out to the car.
Alright, you head back to the car. Pick up Samantha, take her upstairs.
Put her in my bed, and then I realize, fucking bullshit.
Yep.
I go to one of the next door doors and I knock.
There's a long moment, and then the door slightly opens. There's a mousy-looking young lady. Hi?
Hi, could you I'm Scott, I live next door. I lost my phone, and I'm gonna need, Drew, it's the landlord's name, to, fix the door.
Okay. You can tell him yourself, right?
Well, it's a Sunday, I don't know if he's in his office. Do you think you could?
Probably
Isn't it
not.
Saturday?
It should be Saturday, yeah.
Could you just call the emergency line just to let him know?
Do you need to use my phone?
If that's alright.
She hands you her cell phone. Sort of just opens the door a little bit and leans against the wall. Watches you.
I call Drew.
Alright, you call. Let him know.
Hey, yeah, I'm gonna need someone to fix my door. Seems to, someone tried to break in, last night, and,
Manipulation subterfuge.
You got this. You got this.
Where's my subterfuge? There's my subterfuge. Boom.
I don't think he has this.
Your boy don't have it.
Oh.
Called it.
You're like, also that zone was me. So.
Alright, so you sort of stammer through a thing. There's a long pause.
I'm exhausted.
Alright, I'll add the extra to your rent. If you need to spread it out over a couple of months, that's fine. Just
This one's fine.
no more wild parties, right?
Yeah. Sure thing.
Okay. He hangs up.
I hand the phone back to her.
She takes it, closes the door. You go downstairs.
Oh, actually, before I do that, I write a note to for Sam. She's
Okay.
in my bed, naked, and just want to let her know that, hey, we was at a party in whatchamacallit,
Akron.
in Akron. Saw you there. Some guy slipped something in your drink. Brought you back here to be safe. Nothing happened. Just want to let you know. Also, I lost my cell phone and wallet, so I'm going to be working on that today. I think you lost yours too. Yada, yada, yada.
Sorry about your
Put
clothes.
some clothes with the note.
Yeah, he's gonna
put
put
something with the note.
Hoodie and sweatpants with it.
There you go.
High or low, Scott?
Hi.
You happen to have some clothes from former paramours,
Lovers.
sort of laying around that you think might probably fit her.
Mm-hmm.
You don't leave out underwear because that's gross.
Yeah. I lived out a pair of boxers. And a hoodie. Finishes the note, and then, like, I'll call you when I can.
Okay.
Yeah,
You leave said note.
Mm-hmm. And he heads back to everyone else. Fucking bullshit.
That
Sabian
good, huh?
looks over to you guys. Where to now?
Would it be closer to go to? I imagine like my dad would have a spare key.
To your apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah. That seems.
So that would be my destination. Is that closer or is Maya's closer? I
I'm
forget.
closer.
Probably Maya.
Maya's closer, yeah.
Yeah. So then I look over at Maya.
I just probably grab a phone somewhere. I don't care where we're stopped. I stop somewhere and get someone to let me. Whether you want that to be a drugstore, a person on the street, I really don't care. I find a phone
Okay.
and call Gail and be like, hey, meet me at my place as soon as you can. I need in and I don't have my key.
All right. Okay. No problem. I'll be right there, sis. When are you gonna be there?
We're leaving Cleveland now, so I don't know what the traffic's like.
Right. Okay. See you in about 20, 30 minutes then. Give or
Okay.
take.
Okay. And for what it's worth, my plan is just like after we drop her off,
Go to your dad's.
yeah, get over to my dad's,
Cool.
get my key, get over to my apartment, get in, get my spare car key, figure out some kind of like Uber or Lyft or something to get back to. Oh wait, no, I have my car. It's Scott's that we left by Sanctuary. So
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
so actually at that point, pretty much all I need to do is like make sure I like get new cards ordered, get lined up on. Yeah, I should mostly be good at that point. I do have one thing to do once I get back, but
Sure.
I'll let you fit that in whenever.
So you guys head down, drop Maya off, head over to Petra's, Dad's, to Kurt's. Get the key, head back over to Petra's place, then you have a car. So Maya, you get dropped off.
Oh, by the way, Karnis,
Yes.
the bit that I wrote you over the weekend, like
Yes.
last weekend, that would be happening during that time after I get back to my apartment, I think.
Okay. Scott, do you stay with Maya? Do you go with Petra?
Stay with Maya.
Okay. Cool. That fits in perfect then. Alright, so Petra, you're being driven over to your dad's and then back to your place. Maya, Scott, you step out. Gail is waiting for you in the lobby. Maya?
Yes. Got Scott, you coming in? We can get you to your car eventually.
Eventually. I think what's more important is to get phone and wallet next.
All right.
Keys are
Yeah,
gonna be
we-
a whole other thing.
All right, we can figure that out.
So Gale sort of waves as you walk in. Hey, he looks at you. What happened to you?
Do you want to do this right now?
I mean, those are not your clothes.
Scott winks when he says that.
This is Scott. I just kind of roll my eyes. This is Scott.
They don't look
With
like
no-
his clothes either, but okay.
Gail, if you want to ask questions, I can ask questions too.
Sure, what's going on? Oh, you sent him a text message, didn't you?
A while back.
Okay. I forgot you did that. Sorry.
Before he went to Sanctuary?
So, yeah, he probably doesn't say that then. Yeah, he says, he says what happened. You said you really want to do this right now. He just sort of shrugs and takes you upstairs.
Do you need a moment?
He opens the door, looks at you and says, oh god, no. Opens it for you guys.
I feel like maybe I do need a moment.
He gives you your spare key. If that's really what you want to do?
Hey, Scott, this is Addie. You want to hang out with her?
Dog!
She jumps up and sort of looks at you for a moment, growls for half a second, then, like, jumps on you. Starts
Like,
licking you. Yeah.
My laptop's over there too. If you want to get like a head start getting any of our shit back, anything you can do from there. I don't know if I like hangouts. You can make calls, whatever, if that helps.
Getting
think I'm
your
gonna walk a
shit
dog
back. Were you
for a
guys
bit.
robbed?
In
All
one
right.
way or another. I look for a leash.
Okay.
Let's go for a walk, Addie.
Yep.
Want to go for a walk?
She prances, as
Yes,
dogs
she
do.
does.
You take her for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Gail, I will tell you what happened if you're open to having a bit of a conversation right now.
He sits down at your counter. Okay. Sure.
All right, so ever since you said you thought you saw Andy,
Yeah, back around Halloween.
yes, okay, so weird shit has continued to happen, okay? More or less, some of that weird shit super went down last night. Whatever that phrase is, we ended up, something happened, this chick, like, seduced us, but it was, like, not seduction, it was, like, brain takeover. And then we ended up naked, and then all of our stuff was gone.
Whoa, I don't know that I want to hear any more about that.
Okay, so long story short, all of our stuff is gone. It happened at a bar.
Okay, so... Do you
But it kind
need
of
to-
wasn't our fault. That's my point in the, like, weirdness.
Do you
explanation.
need to file a police report? Like, did you guys get roofied?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, okay. Does she have connections or something?
You said you thought you saw Andy, right?
Yeah, but I also told you that must have been crazy. Like, he's dead. I was at his funeral. Like,
Then why did you say it?
because you asked if anything weird happened, and so I told you. Like,
Okay.
it was weird. It's like when we, you tell people about ghost stories that you experience. Like, they're not things that actually happen, right? They're just sort of weird brain experiences.
I know you're not gonna believe this, but just take it from me that maybe some of the weird stuff actually happens.
I mean,
You could think
I
I'm
can
crazy,
believe
that's fine.
that. No, you're a lot of things, Maya. Crazy isn't, well, not that kind of crazy at any rate.
Right. Okay, so anyways, that's what happened. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with right now.
Okay. You sure you
So
don't?
what was happening in my apartment while I was gone?
Right.
And what is happening with your pregnant
he sort of just puts a hand to his head and sort of looks down for a second. I fucked up, Maya. Really bad. Like, I freaked out, okay? I'm not ready to be a dad.
Is that all it is?
I don't know. Doesn't
Look,
matter
I don't
now.
care about the fuck up. Clearly, I care about Caroline. Is that her name?
Yes, that's her name.
Okay. I care about her so much, I forget her name. Clearly, I care about Caroline. Okay, but you're my brother, and I just want to make sure everything's okay.
No, it's not. But that's another story. She won't even talk to me anymore. I tried
So
to call
knows?
her. Yeah, apparently she ran into your friend Petra.
Yeah, here.
Yeah. So she came looking for me. She apparently heard from someone. I don't know how. Like, it was a one-time thing. I was freaking out. I was watching Addie, so I went out for a drink, and I don't even remember what happened. It was just like one thing led to another.
What was her name?
He stops for a moment. Fuck. I don't even remember her name.
Did you get her number?
No?
Where did you go for a drink?
Just a place down the street. The Office, I think it's called.
Okay. What does she look like?
Cute, dark hair, younger, not like really, really young or anything, but like maybe grad student. Slim, flexible.
Okay.
No, I mean like gymnastic
Okay.
build.
Sure.
No, you know what I mean.
Okay, well, if her name comes back to you, let me know.
Man, that's really weird. That's never happened before. I'll let you know if I can think of her name.
Or if you remember anything else, just text me, okay?
Sure.
Cause see, weird shit, bro. Weird shit.
No, I think that's called I'm a dumbass and I drank too much and I'm a piece of shit who abandons his pregnant girlfriend.
Well,
don't
probably
think
that
it's
too, but also
weird.
weird shit. Okay,
By
Okay,
the way,
one
I
last-
might need to crash here for a couple of days.
that's fine. Addie loves you being here, but speaking of which, I just have one last thing.
Yeah.
Have you noticed anything weird about Addie?
No, do you need me to like check her stool or something? Is she not
Yeah,
feeling
do-
well?
Okay. Gail, I really want you to be.
Oh, you mean like
And you're not.
weird?
Yes, I do.
No, I mean she barks at nothing, but like every dog does that.
Like, what kind of nothing?
I mean, like I'll wake up in the middle of the night and she'll be staring at empty space and growling at it, or she'll run over to a window and bark, and I'll look out and there'll be nobody there. You know, dog stuff.
Like, what empty space?
You know, like I sleep on the couch and I'll wake up because she's growling at the middle of the floor. Again, dog stuff. Maybe you have mice. I don't know.
Okay. Please just text me if you think of anything else.
Anything else about Addie?
Any of the things we've discussed.
Okay.
If you think. Also, thank you. Also, no more chicks in my bed. Also, you owe me new sheets.
Oh, no.
Wait, would Maya even know that?
You told me.
I didn't tell you that.
Okay, then never mind. I didn't say new sheets.
Now, if you went in your bedroom once, you might find a note, which would strongly hint that, though.
Let's pretend I saw the note and I said buy me new
Okay,
sheets.
Okay.
that works.
No, Maya, there are, like, some canon things you do not do, and another girl in your sister's bed. No, we use the floor.
What the fuck, Gail?
I'll take the blanket and bring back a new one. It's not a huge deal.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever.
Jeez, but seriously, ew.
Well, what kind of sister would be if I didn't give you a hard time?
Probably not mine.
That's fair. All right. Well, like I said,
He walks over, gives you a hug, separates a little bit, and sort of looks at you. Are you sure everything's okay?
I don't recall saying everything's okay.
Okay.
but I
Are
don't.
you alright?
I mean, presently I am all right. I don't know that if you don't think this weird stuff is real, if there's anything more than I can say than that right now, though.
Weird stuff, not weird stuff. It wasn't that long ago I came to pick you up from the hospital. Like,
Yeah.
it's been like a year and a half. Are you okay? I love you, sis. I worry about you sometimes.
Yeah, and I don't think I can say yes to that, but I mean,
Is
it's
there
fine.
anything I can do?
You're doing it.
Okay.
Also, let me know if you need anything, okay?
Well, an intermediary or someone to pronounce would probably help.
Huh?
Time of death, you know, when they find my corpse.
What the fuck? You just scared me. You can't say that shit. My heart just stopped.
He smiles a little bit, gives you sort of like a light jab to the shoulder.
I like
gotta-
grab his face. I grab his face and say, "Do not say that shit."
It's a joke.
And I violently say, "I love you."
I love you too. Also, it might not be a joke. Seriously, Carolyn's pissed.
Well, she should be. So, I don't think she's gonna result to murder though, because she's a decent person. So.
Anyways. Good luck, I guess.
Thanks, bro. Keep in touch.
I'll be here. At least till I do something miraculous.
Do I get back with Addie
Yep.
at about this time?
Yep, about that time, you come back with Addie.
That's the best dog in the world. Who's the best dog in the world?
Is it you?
Is it you?
Maya, do you remember that Petra told you that Addie was acting strangely, like, aggressively towards Caroline?
Yes.
Okay. Do you do anything about that?
Sure.
What? Okay. That being?
Oh, side note, I just remember when I saw Addie, my friend Petra said that, like, she growled at Caroline weird. Has that ever happened?
No. Addie loves Caroline. You know that. Oh, you know what? Animals act weird when people get pregnant sometimes. No, seriously, like, you can Google it. It's a thing. Or, you know, maybe she's a vampire.
What the fuck? Can vampires get pregnant?
I don't know. Maya, that was a joke.
Okay, but weird stuff, and you said it, not me.
I start knocking on the thing or like trying to buzz into the room.
All right. Wait, are you not already in?
No, I went for I took Addie for a walk. So
No,
He
I
doesn't
felt
have
like
a
you were
key, though.
coming-
yeah.
Oh, but like you came back and let you in. I saw Addie. That Caroline.
Okay. Who the best dog in the world?
She is great, isn't she?
I don't know what to say to that. Right. No, I don't think vampires can get pregnant. Do you want me to find out?
Yeah, do that. And if you see Caroline, take Addie with you, okay?
Okay.
Promise?
Sure. That's fine. I wouldn't leave her here by herself anyways. She spends
Okay.
too much time alone as it is, but... Do you want, like, scholarly articles on this?
No, I'll do that myself.
Okay. That's a weird fucking question, sis.
Gail, I said weird shit.
You...
What more do you want from me? I'm trying to tell you this.
Okay,
Oh,
alright.
You know who could probably fix our phones or like get us something in between? Kenneth.
Oh, good thinking.
He walks over, grabs a bottle, pours himself a drink, takes a sip.
And with that, me and Scott race out. Wait, we call Kenneth from my computer.
Okay.
Yes?
How?
Cause Hangouts, you can make calls.
Yeah, but you don't have
Skype,
his Hangout
Google.
or Skype.
He's our Facebook friend.
No,
You
he's
can-
not.
You can use Hangouts to dial the number.
Can you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Would Maya have that computer knowledge?
Maya has a dot of computers, right?
She has a Google, and
D-
she can
Does Maya
a
have?
Gmail.
Does Maya have a
All
dot of
hail
computers?
the great Google.
Scott has a dot in computers.
I feel
Yeah,
like
she does. Okay.
I
So
feel
yes,
like
you know
anyone
that.
of that age would know enough to know that they just Google it.
Oh, ice. I don't know that that's true.
You're more naive than me.
Maya is not stupid like that.
No, you have a dot of computers, so yes, you can
Yes.
do that.
Okay, cool. So I call Kenneth. Is the answer?
So you call his phone with your thing. No, he doesn't answer the first time.
I call a second time.
You call again. He picks up. Hello, this is Kenneth.
Kenneth, it's Maya. We lost our phones.
Oh shit, Maya. How did you lost your phones?
Kenneth, it's a long story. Can me and Scott come over?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay, bye. See you.
Okay, is Petra coming?
She's
In a
not.
bit.
Oh, maybe. She's still in the car, right?
I mean, no, she's being dropped off at her
Oh
place.
yeah, we're doing our own thing.
Oh, no, we're not with her right now, but maybe we might help her too. I don't know.
All right, and you hear like a loud sort of knock on the door,
That's Petra.
and hang on a second, I'll be right there. That's weird. I'm not expecting anyone. Hey, Maya.
Kenneth, make sure you. Will you please check the door before you answer it?
Oh, I was gonna say, will you hang on the phone for a moment?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you hear sort of a couple of steps, and then door knob jiggling. Can I help you? Says a mid-30s small man with sort of a shock of black hair. He's got glasses and wearing a some sort of University of Akron lab coat type thing over what appeared to be lounge pants and a t-shirt that says, "I'm going to try science," with little stick figures. As the door opens, Caleb.
What do I see?
That's what you see. This little guy.
Hi.
Hi?
I hold up the piece of paper with the address written on it. Am I at the right place?
He takes it and looks at it. Yeah, this is the place. Did somebody send you here?
Yeah, Vi sent me.
Oh, well, shit, why didn't you say so?
I just did.
Right, okay. Here, come on, sit down. Your friend of Vi and Luca's?
Who's Lucas?
No, Luca.
Luca.
Never mind.
Luca.
He leaves the door and scrambles back in, picks up the phone. Hey, Maya, it's just, I don't, something green giant. I don't know. I can't formulate it.
Okay, be safe. We're on our way, okay?
Oh no, Vi sent him. It should be fine, right? Right?
I don't know anything anymore. Be safe.
Okay. See you guys in a little bit.
Remember,
then,
I got
guess.
sent to that house.
I was there at the time. He was not like little Kenneth all alone. Pajama pants, okay?
He you hang up with not Luca, Kenneth.
I wish I hung up with Luca.
Sorry.
It's
Caleb,
fine.
the little guy comes back out of the kitchen where the phone was, where he had his phone, except he's got a shotgun sort of like gently swung over one shoulder. So, what brings you here?
Vi sent me?
Okay. Anything more specific than that?
I'm here to help.
Help with what, specifically?
The problem?
He looks at you. Okay.
I'm looking around the room. What's in this room?
It's sort of stereotypical bachelor pad-esque living room.
So TV.
There's a TV on one end, not super
Sweet,
big.
I look for the remote.
Okay.
So are we walking to Kenneth?
We're driving.
Okay.
How are you driving?
My car.
You have spare keys to your car? Oh yeah, you would have, because you wouldn't have been driving it. Cool. Yeah, you find the remote, Caleb. It's
Sweet, I turn on the TV. Start flipping through channels.
He sits down on a couch across from you, sort of rests the shotgun in his lap, and just sort of watches you. All right, Petra, you go see your dad, get your spare key, unless there's anything specifically you want to like talk to him about.
Not
Okay.
really.
Okay.
I mean, unless he's like found something that I don't presume. That's coming
He
at
has
this
not yet.
moment.
He has not yet.
Yeah, then it'll be we'll talk later.
Okay.
Kind of deal.
Yep. It's sort of quick. He, gives you a quick hug. You hear him sort of mutter something under his breath as he holds you for a second and then lets you go. You presume just sort of like a quick prayer. Yeah. Sabin takes you over to your place and drops you off. Waves goodbye. Takes back off towards Cleveland.
Thank you.
Yep. You head in. You do your thing. You get.
I do.
Yes, the thing you sent me. You do your thing.
Yep. Right. Then like after that, gonna sort of stop and take stock of what needs to be done at this point. So I think first thing
Okay.
that I want to do, actually, what I want to do is try to find like an open, like Best Buy, Verizon store, that kind of thing. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't just replace my phone right away.
It's not cheap to replace a phone.
No, but I did recently come into a dot of temporary resources.
You did indeed. Okay. Yes, you do that thing.
Okay.
Finding an open place isn't hard. It's midday, so.
Do I have enough spare resources to play Santa for Maya and Scott and get them kind of like burner phone sort of deals?
Sure. If you want to burn the full dot, yeah, you could get all of your phones.
Get all of us. Well, I presume I couldn't get all of us actual phones, but I mean, how much does a cheap phone like that actually cost?
Like
I imagine I'm mostly spending the full dot on just mine.
Sure. So you get yourself like a full phone. Cheap burner phones are cheap. That's why they're called cheap burner phones. The big thing about burner phones is making sure they're not connected to your name. But again, you aren't using that for that reason.
I mean, I'm buying it for somebody else.
Yeah.
Is the main
So,
reason.
Replacing your phone, several $100s. Picking up 2 cheapos for them, a couple $100 on top of that.
A couple $100.
Like 75,
normal
75.
phone costs like $200. Okay.
Not without a plan, it doesn't, buddy.
Well, but I have a plan. I'm only replacing the phone.
That's true.
Yes, but if you want to replace it with your insurance, that takes time. If you want to just go straight up buy a phone,
they can just connect it to my account. I'm just buying a new phone for my account. I don't have to set up a whole new plan.
Sure, but I'm not sure how that works.
You can do that. I break
Okay.
my phone all the time. You can do that.
Okay, all right, cool.
So it's literally just the cost of the phones. I'm not no.
I know that.
Some service plan for the ones I'm gifting.
I understand that. What I mean is, typically when you go and you get your upgrade and it's like $60, $70, that's not the normal cost.
Yeah, it's going to
of a
be
phone.
more than that. It's going to be like $200 or something.
$350 easy.
When was the last time you bought a phone, dude?
It costs like $600.
2-3 years ago.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
They're expensive, dude.
All right. I was misremembered because I actually did the same thing not that long ago. I guess I used my mom's upgrade is what I did.
See, yeah, when you're using an upgrade, you get a huge discount.
And usually you're turning in your old phone at that time, and
Yeah.
they defray the
You're
cost
not wrong. Okay. All right. We're good. We spent all that time working that out.
This is what you guys come here for.
All right. So allow me to go ahead and buy resources.
All right, cool.
Okay. And then once I do that, having no other good way of contacting them, I'm going to send just like a group email sort of thing to anybody who I think would be likely. So Scott and Maya, but then probably like Kenneth and Vi as well. And I'll just sort of leave it at like, hey, we lost our phones. I got a new one. I'll watch my email on it. Let me know if we're meeting up somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know. By the time I get done with all that, I'm probably like out of errand running time, I would imagine.
Yeah, so you send that in about...
The only other thing I would be doing, by the way, would be getting spare keys made. But...
Which you would probably go to head to do that next. But
yeah.
About a minute and a half after you send that email, you get an email notification on your phone. And you look at it, it's from Kenneth, and he says, oh, by the way, Scott and Maya are on the way here.
Okay, perfect. Then I say I'll be over if that's good then.
And then you get another email, and there is a picture of a extremely large, somewhat dirty, greasy, unkept-looking guy in a sort of ratty-looking pair of jeans and t-shirt that says Y3K exclamation point question mark, and it just says underneath it also this, and it's from Kenneth.
Okay, what angle is this picture taken from? Can I see the TV?
No, it's taken like across from him. You can see that this person is looking at something. Given that you can tell based on the walls and stuff that this is the living room at Luca and Kenneth's place, you can presume he's watching TV.
Okay. what do I write back to this? I just write. I write back. Friend of yours, long lost cousin, local dog catcher? Question mark.
So you're on your way back to Luca and Kenneth, and a couple minutes later, you get back. Oh, yeah, did I not mention that I was also part Goliath on my mother's side? No, he would say Philistine. He's educated.
Okay, I wrote back. I write back. Apparently, it skips a generation.
Sass.
You get back. Ha. Enter. Ha.
I write back equals capital P.
Oh, right, okay.
You capital P motherfuckers, lowercase p. Okay.
Anyways, yeah, so about an hour after you arrive, Caleb, you are offered something to drink if you like it.
What do you have?
Got most types of liquor, some homebrew that Luca makes. I think we have some iced tea, water, of course.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm not sure we're gonna be friends.
He heads over, grabs a beer, comes back out, just sort of like sits and waits. And about an hour later, there's a drive.
I've settled into watching Storage Force.
Okay. Every couple of seconds, you like look over, and Kenneth sort of like twitches a little bit. Yeah, and then you hear a car pull up and doors open and close, and people walk up the steps. And as someone is walking up the steps, Kenneth like jumps up, runs open, throws open the door. As Maya and Scott, and then shortly after, Petra arrives.
Hey, Kenneth, it's me, your boy.
Hey, Scott! I never thought I'd be happy to see you.
Oh.
Well, I mean, not this happy at any rate. Come on in.
So what can you do with the...
Yeah. You all walk in, and the person I described is sitting on the couch.
Lounging, feet up, probably inappropriately on a table, wearing
There is
really
no table.
ratty... Alright, well then they're just long legs extended out with boots, dirty ring.
I go
Dirty
straight
old
to the
raincoat.
kitchen for a drink.
There's
I
a
walk
picture of
in,
Scott.
I see Caleb, and you just hear me sigh, and I say, all right, I know the drill, and I go to find a shotgun.
That's pretty
Kenneth
funny.
is technically already carrying one.
Oh, I look over. So I start to leave. I sort of look around the corner. I don't see it. And then I look over and see Kenneth with the shotgun. And I say, Kenneth, I thought that was my role in this situation.
Oh, I mean, like, he says Vi sent him, so I didn't want to be...
He says Vi sent him, and I come
Vi-
over and I snatch the shotgun.
I walk over to Caleb and I stick my hand out. Scott, nice to meet you.
I guess I'll stand up. Let's not be that rude.
You stand up, you bump your head on the ceiling. No, I'm just kidding.
How tall
Yeah,
is
I'm not-
Caleb?
Oh,
he took
about
the huge bear, didn't he?
7 foot?
7'2", 7'3".
He's
Man,
he's massive.
He's a Sasquatch!
Oh.
You guys don't
Scott's looking,
understand.
Scott's looking at me, he's got the biggest grin on his face.
You guys don't understand. He's a real Sasquatch. Now we just need
Look,
to find
look,
out.
there,
Is it
there,
good?
there's my picture. I just dragged it onto this.
Is he a good Sasquatch or a bad Sasquatch?
Brilliant.
Okay, so Maya comes back in with a beer and tries to offer.
I'm good. I'm Caleb.
I just hold my arm out straight to Scott and give the beer to him.
I drink it. Oh, damn it!
I'm sorry, Scott. I forgot.
Just drinks it. Is
Liquor
Caleb
next
throwing
time.
off like any senses for me? Like nothing odd.
Odd? Yes. Threatening and or sort of like raising your hackles? No.
After Scott drinks the beer, I'm gonna hold out my hand towards him for the bottle.
Oh, give it back.
Kenneth. Oh, go ahead.
No, I take a swig, and then I set the bottle down, and then I hold the bottle out towards Caleb, and I'm like, it's kind of a group thing. Here, just a drink.
Shit is foul.
Oh, it's a social expectation, right? I reach
Aw.
out, take it, and drink it.
I kind of love him a little more. now, though.
It's beer. You're not the hugest fan of it.
No, I literally only drink for social expectations.
Yeah, but it it's a lot heavier and a lot more like flavor on the palate than like the normal stuff that you drink when you have to drink for social expectations.
Well, it's no PBR or Colt 45, but
That's the good stuff.
I'm not sure. I think he would break Maya. I think if he walked into Maya's bar, she would like not know what to give him. She'd be like, I can't. Water.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
I take the bottle back. I sort of cock my head and look at Caleb for a moment. I set the bottle down. I shrug. I say, I guess he can stay. And then I gesture with the shotgun sort of pointed like up towards the ceiling of my hand. I say, all right, Kenneth, you want this back or should I put it away?
I mean, I'll put it back where it goes. He passed the test, right?
The first
oh,
test.
is it the having a shotgun test as I pull out my shotgun?
No, bad.
No, it's the beer test. I did not
Actually,
pass the
as
first
you
year.
do that, Petra is being kind of jovial, but suddenly you
No,
see her
not
become
like-
serious and tense a little bit.
Like
no,
holding,
I'm actually readying myself.
like hand holding the barrel, not even close to the trigger, just like pull it out, holding it like nowhere near, like
Okay.
holding it up and down, not like pointing at anything, just literally reaching into my large coat and go, oh, like this.
So, it's not like I level the gun at you
It bends
or
a little
anything
under
like
his
that,
grip.
but
Hagrid's it.
you see me definitely tense when you do that, and then I realize what you're doing and relax just a little bit.
So Maya feels the need to like calm a situation. And the only way she knows how with this mountain man, she turns to him and says, "So you said you know Vi?"
Oh yeah, I know, little sis. Yeah, she said that you guys were having trouble with Coven of Consorters, messing with.
When you say little sis, is that just like a friendly term, or is she your sister?
I don't know what you mean by that. I look really offended.
Okay. I'm sorry, Scott. Your turn.
Scott, Petra, Maya, make a wits composure roll.
Nope, wrong
This is the
thing.
first time I've rolled tonight.
Yeah, me too. I don't have the thing.
Scott is exhausted. The biggest circles under his eyes.
Jeez.
There's a decent chance I smell like sauerkraut.
Well, no. There's that. That doesn't take a roll. You all
It's
notice,
hysterical.
as he sort of like pulls the shotgun out and then slowly puts it back, that this is something sort of unique. The barrel is, of course, like double shotgun barrel, but the stock in the handle are made of some sort of ornate white material. Seems almost bone-like. And the actual handle, the stock of the weapon, is this sort of gnarled, curled fingers of a hand. It's unique to say the least. There's lots of little ornate carving in it. Seems like something that's had a lot of time and energy put into it. And definitely, like, rings all the occult bells.
You make that yourself?
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking sweet!
I call it the Crone's Call. It creates corpses from consortant. Oh god. Sorry, I had a whole long alliteration made up, but I forgot.
I look over at the others
Creates
and
corpses
say,
of consortant cultists.
Crones?
Calamities.
I'll keep him.
Casually!
Kenneth sort of perks up and, like, takes a step forward. Can I take a look at that?
Oh, yeah, sure. Careful, though. Point that thing at a witch, them hands are gonna dig right into your arm.
Good to know. He
So,
takes it and sort of, like, starts looking at the haft and the stock and sort of analyzing.
It's one of the tools of my trade.
Well, 2 questions. Trade, and you said Vi sent you because there's another coven in town?
Said something about abducting kids and God, I'm really bad with this stuff. Here, 1 second. I reach into my bag and I pull out a very, very large severed head with glowing blue eyes.
Scott's just like open mouth and like heads to like.
Yes,
I think
Caleb,
Maya
what can
is
I do
too.
for you?
Jacob, what exactly did I say was the problem again?
Violet Hawthorne spoke about a coven of dark witches that had made a pact with the Fey court. She indicated perhaps fall or winter, one of the darker courts.
Yeah.
She requested that
What-
you aid some allies of hers in removing these witches, as herself and her sisters were somewhat obligated, I believe is the word
Oh
she used.
shit. Wait, are you guys friends of Vi? I assume I'm at the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Scott points
Vi.
to them. They're the friends. I'm new.
Right, well,
You're allowed in at this point.
right. Well, so yeah, how rude. This is Jacob.
Hello, Jacob.
Hello. I will enjoy, at some point, watching your blood spilled.
Hey, we talked about this.
Sorry.
I mean,
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Jacob, who are you?
I am Jacob.
I bleed easily, so.
I am the son of Adam.
Me too.
Doubtful.
This is Jacob. He's my brother. I pat him on the head.
What the fuck? I can't.
He's not allowed to have a body until he stops wanting to kill everyone.
I will stop wanting to kill everyone when they stop being shits.
I feel that.
Oh, he's
Now
All
I'm
right, you're
starting
going.
to-
You're going back in the bag. Back in the bag.
By the way, you might want to work on your W2P password. This Wi-Fi network is severely underprotected. Kenneth just sort of like raises an eyebrow.
Speaking of like tech things, the phone, can we fix
Oh
that?
yeah. Maya, Scott, Merry Christmas again. And I flip them phones.
Like flip phones, or like you throw us phone?
He flips
Probably
you
both.
flip phones.
Hey, thanks.
I figured you could use something to tide you over, and for once in my life, it was nice to feel that I had money.
Now you don't though.
Phones are
Nope.
For fucking up Fall Fay. Haha.
Huh?
I don't know what's happening right now.
I don't either, to be honest. So
I really
Exhilarating.
okay. If I'm just gonna tell you how Maya feels, like she's like, we were like accepting all this hoo ha, and like vampires fine, werewolves fine. What is this dude in this severed head? Because this is just like even more than anything right now. I don't think she has words. I think this is just all in her brain.
I look over at.
Oh, go ahead.
I look over at Maya and I say, so I feel like I'm mostly having the same reaction you are to our new friend Jacob.
Caleb? Oh, Jacob. Yeah.
But the head actually makes a little bit of sense.
Kenneth looks up. The head, it's one of the created, right?
Yeah, one of those proteins. Protein.
I love those things.
Fuck.
That's
Promethean, I think is
Yeah,
the accepted term.
Yes.
Yeah.
Promethean. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Golems, elementals.
Oh, don't call him a golem. He's really sensitive about that.
No, golems are different, but they're kind of in the same family, right?
I mean, he's my family.
No, like the same classification.
I blink.
Maya scoots back towards the kitchen.
Dog, wolf, same family.
And gets
Golem,
whiskey.
Jacob. If
Car's not a truck. They're both automobiles.
right. Anyways.
Yeah, but only by American.
Right.
And anyways.
Hey, right. Well, we're off track, and I didn't answer your second question. I pointed at Scott. I pull out the shittiest looking business card you've ever seen.
Aww. See, then Maya loves him every once in a while, and then is terrified shitless.
I hand it to Scott.
It's a piece of construction paper that has been written.
Yes. it says
Classy.
Caleb McCormick, witch hunter, odd corpse specialist.
How long have you been in the business? Fingers and toes.
About 15 years.
Wait, I thought you said you were friends with Vi.
Yeah.
That says witch hunter.
Well, yeah, but she's a good one.
So you're a bad witch hunter.
Those are the ones that need to be hunted, right?
Okay, just checking.
Looking at the card, now, when you say odd corpses, do you mean the corpses are odd, the circumstances are odd, any of the above?
Oh, okay. I was told to put something like that on there because I've got this friend in the police department that calls me in whenever they got a body that they can't explain what's happened to it. See, I'm real good at, with dead bodies.
That's what she said.
Wait, who said that?
Dear God. So...
Do you know Lisa? Because she does say I'm good with dead bodies. That is what she said.
You would call her Detective Mendez.
Oh, that's true. I do call her Detective
Was the guy that we met Damien Marks in the police department?
Anyways.
No, that was Damien, somebody different. The guy we met was Armstrong.
Oh.
Yes.
But actually, I was about to ask if Caleb knew Armstrong.
He
No,
does not.
But I'm sorry, and I didn't wait till everyone was here. I thought it'd be a great introduction if I got everyone pizza, but then I didn't know how long you'd be, so I pull out a bag of pizza rolls. I got you pizza rolls.
I look at the pizza rolls. What kind of condition are these in?
It'd be. I probably just literally picked them up before coming in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're thawing.
But they're not the name brand; they're the Kroger brand.
Yeah.
Oh, they're thawing.
Like,
As in
okay,
they remain to be cooked. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm supposed to help you deal with the bad witches.
Oh,
Got it.
cool.
Did you learn? Did Vi tell you anything else other than that there definitely is a coven? Do you know how she knows that? To be honest, we hadn't firmly established that last week.
She said
were
they
at
were
a
taking
sex
kids.
Party.
No.
Kenneth,
All right.
have you talked to Vi since he got here?
No, not since he got here. I was watching him.
Why don't you send her a quick text now?
He pulls out his phone and does so.
It wasn't actually, none of us remember what happened. We just got, like, abducted and then escaped.
Caleb, you have been hunting witches for a long time. Make me a... This is instinct. Make me a occult wits roll.
Okay. Is this a bit with my
Yes.
skill specialty of occult witchcraft?
Yes.
Okay, so that's an extra
Extra
dice?
Mhm.
Extra dice,
Yep.
okay. Oh man, you're just getting to hit me in all my good spots.
That's what she said.
Huh?
That
Oh my
one.
god!
That's
Okay.
the great thing about the system. You can have a bunch of dice and
You,
still...
Yeah.
You haven't noticed anything since you come into town. You've been mostly going off of what Vi said.
I mean, I just came pretty much straight here.
Uh,
I'm real excited to work. I'm really excited to work with other people, and I'm just trying to play it cool.
Caleb, where are you from?
Cool.
Detroit.
Oh, yes.
Go Lions.
Mom spaghetti.
Huh?
Caleb.
Yes.
Caleb.
Ah.
The voice comes from your bag.
Yes, Jacob.
In answer to the large one's question, I think it was.
Am I the large one? Scott stands up a little bit straighter.
By comparison. Anyways, in answer to their question, I have detected several signatures of witchcraft that is of what would be considered aggressive magic since we have arrived. As a matter of fact, there have been several assaults placed against this very building. However, it seems to be guarded quite adequately. Even better than the last place that you set up shop. This is, honestly, quite quite extraordinary.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Vi helped.
The blue eyes sort of roll around. I do see a measure of her talent within the walls, yes.
Could I ask a question of Jacob?
Just be careful. He doesn't always answer right.
Fair enough. Jacob, if I brought you a map, could you indicate where these signatures are?
That would do you little good.
Okay. Why?
They are spread out, weak, and in a large number of areas, which would indicate that you would not be able to narrow down your field of search using such a method.
Does that tell us anything about the nature of the witchcraft? Or
Not
Something about there being a second circle?
Is this Leshok not remembering or Caleb not remembering?
That's Caleb, not
Okay.
like. If I don't remember, I'll ask you specifically.
That's fine.
If I sound confused, it's
Boom!
probably-
Hand up.
Gotcha.
I'm just like always
character.
assuming. I'm just always assuming Leshok is in character.
What?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
What Caleb
No, I
means
am
to
assuming
say is that Vi told us that the circle went down and that it was brought back up shortly after. And
Yeah.
that herself and her sisters were attempting, or are planning to attempt, to in some way add intricacies to the circle that do not currently exist.
Yes.
Yeah, that. Well, I heard they're abducting kids. That's where I was gonna start looking.
Yes, children are delicious.
Can you put him away again?
You have never eaten a kid in your life.
The internet confirms children are delicious.
Okay, he's not wrong.
I wasn't prepared for that.
Well,
I mean, the internet confirms a lot of things, but
so with the kids being missing, they're taken by some of the Fae, and ran into a few of them when we put the circle back up.
When we put.
wait a
Friend
minute.
helping us.
I get an idea. I want to frantically start. I want to not frantically, but I want to start looking around for my sketches from before. Go ahead.
The general consensus with people.
Would you have
people
left those here?
That we were going to.
Okay.
Cut the problem off at its source. Take care of the circle rather than rescuing the kids, and then find out what caused the circle to fall. Take care of that, then deal with the after effects.
You find the sketches pretty quickly, Petra. They're where you left them.
Okay, I'm just awaiting my moment then. Is now my moment?
Yep.
All right. I look over and say, Jacob! Obviously asking you a lot of questions, but I have one more. And I hold out the sketch of the thing that I saw in the tree. And I say, do you know what this is?
Do I know what it is?
Jacob.
No, but
I mean,
Caleb knows a lot of occult witchcraft.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll hold it up so you can see it too.
Caleb's probably got
No,
like, how many
Caleb,
occult
you
points
do
have?
not know what it is.
Damn. 0.
Let's see if Jacob does.
Thank God that you gave yourself skills in that. Yeah,
This
that's
guy's
good.
gonna be smart as fuck.
That's
Oh
good.
no, dude, I have a 1 intelligence.
That's fine. We have that.
I'm
Jacob
dumb.
sort of narrows his eyes ever so slightly, which you only know because the blue glowing orbs sort of change shape. It appears to be a drawing of a creature, small, perhaps from another realm of reality. I would call it above average in terms of detail, below average in terms of actual artistic talent.
What a douche.
It looks hungry.
Nod and just hold it in.
I say what a douche.
Look, you gotta be careful when you're asking Jacob too much. He really doesn't like most other people than me, so and even then,
People are bad.
people aren't bad. Some people are bad.
People are bad. Some people are good.
We've been having this argument for 15 years.
That's when you got into the business.
It occurs to me, young lady, that I do not have additional information to what you are trying to look for. I could identify, perhaps, did you not already know, that it is most likely a creature of Fae.
Worth a shot. I think for a moment. One more, and I pull out the sketch of the room with the drawings across the walls that I made. So yeah, I got these from a minor artist. Know anything about?
Just not holding it in at all.
I actually just smile back at you at that. Do you know anything about this that might not be obvious?
Well, obvious things. It is gloating of some sort. However, the patterns seem to be part of some sort of spell as well.
Okay.
They appear to be the patterns of many spells that we have seen the like of before. It is both a entrance and an exit, and a way by which to conceal something.
I rattle off the items that were in that, I don't know what the right word is for it, like the fetish that I found under the bed.
Yeah.
And I say, that was present there as well. Would that tell you anything further?
That someone was attempting to protect the child, yes.
Protect, you say?
Fascinating. How do you get there?
The items you indicated, they are not a part of a spell by which to abduct someone. It is a shield.
Yo, Maya, shield on the freeway.
Listen, when Luca tells me, I listen.
When Jacob tells me things, I'm gonna listen.
No.
Well, I bet the
Scott just got
person
a
who
finish
drew
on
this
his
sketch
face.
wishes that she had known that. Thank you, Jacob. I step back.
Jacob closes his eyes.
Pat him on the head and put him back in the bag.
Maya's drinking.
I reach in. I reach in, put the headphones over his ears, and press play on. I might have an iPod now. I don't know. Probably.
You have an
not.
iPod now.
Okay. Yeah. It put music back on for him.
What is he listening to?
You don't have to put music on for him. He can listen to music on the internet.
Yeah, but that way he doesn't listen to everything everyone else is saying.
That's a good point.
Ska.
Yeah.
Streetlight Manifesto?
Real Big Fish.
Quality stuff there.
Yeah, so uh, right, so I only know this area so well, but sounds like there's small bits scattered all around somewhere, hard to triangulate their position. I gotta go find us some witches, yeah.
Suppose, but well, we have a lot of leads at the moment, but nothing particularly as specific.
At that
As we'd
time,
like.
you guys
I wanna
hear
find Nadia again.
a crash from the kitchen.
I go.
Kenneth is laying on the floor of the kitchen. Pizza rolls are sort of spilled out over the floor. There's a broken plate. There's a little bit of blood trickling out of Kenneth's ears and out of his nose.
Okay, rush
It was
over to him,
that
try to figure
thing.
out what's going on.
I go and check his vitals.
I look at Caleb. Was it that thing?
What thing?
His vitals are
That Jacob
Jake-
thing? Did he do
Jacob can't. No, he can't do that.
normal. They're not
He just has Wi-Fi.
not weak or anything like that. His pulse is strong.
I snap a finger by
his-
I fear
Go ahead.
finding that he's okay, I'm gonna furiously start scanning the room for anything that looks.
I was going to say
Out of
he
sorts.
is slightly feverish, maybe.
Can I do a diagnosis to try and treat him? Look him over.
Sure. That's intelligence medicine.
Well, it's not negative.
Okay, seriously though, Karnis, like realizing that he's not immediately in danger, I am like
Yes.
looking all over the room trying to figure out what the crap's going on.
You look around. You don't see anything particularly out of hand. Make me with composure.
Wow.
One success on my with my intelligence medicine.
I think I did the same thing as Petra.
Okay. Go ahead. With
What
composure.
was that? I forget.
Wits composure.
Is the gun anywhere as well?
No, that the shotgun got put away.
Oh, okay.
It's leaning up against the door jam.
Let's say Petra took one shotgun and he handed my shotgun back after
Yes.
for a little bit.
Maya, you don't notice anything looking around. The room is the room. You check around bottles, try to see if there's any sort of directionality or anything in the way the pizza rolls scattered. Petra, you're looking around the room. You don't particularly spot anything that immediately sort of says attack or danger. You look out the window as you're looking around the room, and you catch somebody sort of moving, just a little hint of movement, sort of back behind, the side of the next house over, into the backyard. Just maybe the brush of a cape or a coat, flowing of hair. Something catches your eye. And as you focus in, you see something lightly burning in the snow outside. And
Okay.
that goes up.
And then I'm gonna call back. Scott, can you follow me outside quick?
And then that's where we're going to call it tonight.
Cool.
But he got a success on the medicine roll.
He did. So Caleb, he doesn't seem to have anything wrong with him physically. He does seem to have a bit of sort of a fever with like some sweat sort of breaking out on his skin, but it's not hot enough to be an actual fever that would drop somebody. You get the inkling this was something not physical.
Does this remind me of any curses?
Yes. Yeah, it could easily be something like that.
This was actually reminding me of the first time I got hit by magic.
Well, no, that was like wounds opening up on you. This is...
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
good night, stream. Thank you for joining us.
Good night, stream.
Good night,
Fairly well.
Nice stream.
My